Neil, we know it's been a rotten run for you, but in many ways, was that the worst of the lot in terms of results?
They're all the same, Chris, to be honest with you. Again, it's a game we feel we should win, but obviously you don't get that. You've got to go and earn it, you've got to go and work at it and get what you deserve. And you know, you can look at, as I said many times, the possession and the general feeling of the way you've dominated a game, but it doesn't count for anything. Ultimately, it's what you do, and you know, you've got to score your goals and prevent them going in. And again, you know, we took the lead, but we've had it taken away from us again from 2 set plays and two errors that have cost us, and obviously that isn't good enough. So you know, we've got to seriously dig deep as a group, as a whole group, because you say the question, is it a game we should win? Of course it is, and it's happening too often.
And the 2 goals you gave away today, that they weren't just soft, were they? They were from the tallest player on the pitch, free headers from corners. It's bordering on the criminal, isn't it, football-wise?
Well, we said that in there, absolutely. You know, and we've looked back at them as well, and you know, we're making it too easy for teams at times. Arguably, set plays have been quite good defensively. We've not conceded too often from set plays. It's normally been individual errors elsewhere, but today it was. And you know, you feel obviously if that happens, you will concede goals and it will cost you. And we didn't do enough today at the other end of the pitch to account for that in the manner we did against Brighton. So yeah, it's hugely frustrating and disappointing. I mean, that's the understatement of the year. And
you know it's now 1 win in 10. I mean, that's a bit more than a blip now, isn't it? This must be a real worry for you.
It is. It's a huge concern, because you know, you can talk. I mean, talk's cheap, as they say. You know, you've actually got to go out there and do it, and we've got a group of players in there that are committed and are good enough to be winning games like this, and we have to take responsibility, all of us as a group, because we should be winning games like that. And that's no disrespect to Nigel and to Reading, as it wasn't in the manner with the Brighton games. But we're not winning games, and obviously we find ourselves under a lot of pressure at the minute.
Yeah, and you heard the reaction of the fans at the end, the boos, the what a load of rubbish chants. What would you say to fans who are perhaps wondering about you and whether you can get any more out of this set of players?
Well, I'd say first of all I'd like to thank them, because I was hearing them chanting all through the game, which is fantastic. And you know, if you're going to complain, do it at the end. So no complaints at all with that. And they're right to complain. They're right to complain, Chris, at the end, because that isn't good enough. But so yeah, I thought the support through the game is, we can't ask for any more than that. And if fans want to vent the frustrations after the game, by all means, and I would have to back them on that today, because yeah, we shouldn't be losing games like that.
We heard the board, the chairman, the chief executive at the AGM. They quite clearly said we've got the right manager, the right team in place to get Premier League promotion. So, I mean, how long do you feel you can maintain that support though through a run like this?
Well, we have to win games. It's as simple as that. We have to win games, otherwise it gets worse and worse. And we've had a bad run of form. And if you look at those first 10 games, how we were applying ourselves, how we were playing, the commitment, if you like, and all through, the fans were loving it. And these last 10 games, 9-10 games, has been at the opposite end of the spectrum. And we have to get back to performing how we were, certainly in that early spell where we had the confidence, we had the play, we were scoring goals, and we were stopping them going in. And that's not happening now, and you have to stick at it, you have to work at it, because we hold our hands up and accept that this isn't good enough at the minute.
Have you got the confidence? Do you believe you can get there on the training pitch this week and turn this round?
Yeah, absolutely. There's disappointment, there's frustration, but we're saying these words too often. It's about, you know, getting the players to give everything they've got in the manner, as I say, particularly at the start of the season, and we feel we can do that. And we're in a bad place at the minute. You know, it's never nice losing games, but particularly at home. And again, in games that you know, if you've been played off the park, then sometimes you've got to accept it. But we haven't had that. But we're still standing here with nothing to show.